Welcome to Construction News Update number 155. While I was shooting this, I had several couples come up and ask me, what is this secret project they're working on, all this excavation that they're doing? Could it be the long-rumored Crystal Lagoons water park that's been discussed for several years now? Or is it some other secret project that they're working on that's causing them to do all this excavation right adjacent to Eastport? I'm going to talk about that and a lot of other things in this video, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to look at is the new 7-Eleven being built at the corner of US 301 and Warm Springs Avenue, right next to Dunkin' Donuts. This is the job site. You can see they've started clearing it. Not a whole lot to look at right now. This structure here on the side that you see in the ground, I believe that's going to be the location for the fuel tank that gets buried underground. I'll zoom in for a little better look at where the fuel tank is going. When will this open? Probably late summer is the opening date for this new 7-Eleven. One thing it's not going to be, though, is golf cart accessible, and that's because you have to cross the 45-mile-an-hour road known as Warm Springs Avenue. So just like Dunkin' Donuts and the other things on this side, you can't get there by golf cart. Next, we're going to look at the area on 466A, where they're building Wawa, Target, the assisted living facility, and one other new thing I'll talk about here in just a second. First up, this is Wawa. As you can see, it's coming along rather quickly. They've got the canopy up for the fuel pumps, and they're starting to work on the fuel pump islands. Of course, the big question on everybody's mind is, when is it going to open? I spoke to one of the guys at the construction site. They said probably around the 1st of July. That's the best guess we have so far. Other than that, there's been no official word on when it'll open. No, it's not golf cart accessible. Here's another view of Wawa. This is taken from the south side, from the parking lot of CVS across the street. Personally, I don't see what the big deal is. This is just another convenience store with gas pumps. A little to the east of Wawa, the new Fifth Third Bank has finally opened, but right next to it, there's an empty lot. And what's going in this empty lot? Well, it's kind of narrow, so it's not going to be a bank. It's going to be something. Well, what that is a Tasty Treat, a soft-serve ice cream store, which will be a nice convenient thing to have in this area. And if you're still not sure where it's right here in front of Winn-Dixie. As a devout chocoholic, though, I'm still heading to Darlin's Sweet Shop to get some Zanzibar chocolate down in Sawgrass Grove. This will be golf cart accessible. Farther to the east on 466A is this new assisted living facility that's being built. It's adjacent to the Sand Hill Executive Golf Course and just south of the village of St. James. You can see the walls are already going up for the inside units. The stairwells are inside the two concrete structures that you see built. We'll circle around to get a better view of what this is going to look like on the outside. Here's something that caught my eye when I was reviewing the video. This rectangular area here, as we circle around, you'll get a better view of it, and you'll see that it has kind of a stair-step pattern in it, and it goes down. This appears to be some sort of theater for the residents here. Target now has the sign up on the building, and they're doing interior work. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to go, but my understanding is they're looking at a late June opening for this Target store. I wonder if they're on target to make that date. Let's face it, we're not as young as we once were. Climbing those old-fashioned attic stairs to get the Christmas decorations down or to stow those family treasures is just too dangerous. Majic Stairs is the safer alternative. Real steps with safety rails at a safer angle and safety rails in the attic provide the safest attic access available. Having troubles getting things to and from the attic? The Majic Attic Lift can be there to help. Designed by Villages resident Ron Berner, every Majic Stairs and Majic Attic Lift is custom built in their Ocala, Florida factory and installed by their technicians. Why take chances? For less than the cost of one emergency room visit, you can have Majic Stairs installed in your home. Majic Stairs, the safer, more convenient alternative. In this next segment, we're going to take a side-by-side look at Walmart and Costco, both of which are under construction. Now, when you first look at these, it looks like Walmart is a lot farther behind than Costco. Costco's got the foundation poured, but Walmart doesn't. Costco's starting to put up columns for the roofing. Walmart's still working on the walls. But the walls at Walmart are going up a lot faster than they are at Costco. So the question becomes, who's going to open up first? Now, Costco started 2 months earlier than Walmart, but Walmart seems to be moving at a faster pace. So it's going to be an interesting race to see which one opens the doors first. They're using 2 different construction methods to build these buildings. Which one is more efficient? It's hard to say. I believe Walmart is slightly smaller than Costco, so that may give it an advantage also. Both stores are also going to have a gas station. Costco's got their fuel tanks in the ground, and they've started on their canopy. But as you'll see here in just a second, Walmart has started digging the trenches necessary for burying their fuel tanks. So again, I think it's going to be a close race. I'm going to give the edge to Walmart. They seem to be a little more focused, if you will, on the effort. But again, it's hard to say. Both stores, though, are highly anticipated, and many people are looking forward to all of them. And of course, everybody says the traffic is going to be horrendous at both locations because of these new stores. Amazingly, for the residents living in the Eastport and Middleton area, the Costco in Claremont is actually quicker to get to than this new one up on Wedgwood Lane. Just down the street from Walmart on State Road 44, the new Hooters is being built. This restaurant, I was originally told, was supposed to open in the May timeframe. I just don't see it. They still got a whole lot of work to do on the interior, and they're not even done with the exterior. What's more surprising, though, is not how slow Hooters is going, but how slow this Dunkin' Donuts is going. This has been under construction significantly longer than Hooters, and it's still not even close. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Of course, everybody's saying, once again, oh, this is going to add more traffic. I don't see these two adding much traffic at all. They're just not that big of establishments, and yes, there will be clientele coming in and out, but I don't think it's going to be a significant increase to State Road 44 or the Lake Deaton Plaza area. There's been a lot of talk if this Hooters will actually open because Hooters is in bankruptcy. Well, that's just Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It's debt restructuring. That's like saying you're going to lose your house because you refinanced it. It doesn't work that way. I think this Hooters will open as scheduled, and it'll be a nice addition to the community. But then I could be biased on this subject because I happen to like their chicken wings, and I really love the key lime pie they serve. Next up is certainly the most talked about area. We're going to take a look at Eastport and the work going on there. This is shot from the south side of Central Parkway, looking north. You can see at the top of the screen the Olympia Recreation Center. And coming in on the left side is the new golf cart store. They put a 60s vintage golf cart up on the roof of the entry. Much of Eastport is supposed to have a mid-century modern motif to it, and that shows up on the exterior of the buildings, as well as seeing this vintage golf cart on the roof of the golf cart store. Next to it is the Citizens First Bank. That will probably be the next business to open in this area. The Citizens First Bank over in Middleton that opened up a while ago is smaller than this bank, and honestly it's not that busy, so I'm a little surprised that this one is going to open up this summer with such a low amount of business at the Middleton branch. This building is the Golf Academy. This is going to be the practice area where they teach you how to hit the ball straight. I probably need to go there myself. That's the driving range, and we'll turn around and we'll see the backside of some of these stores on the main road. And you can see the awnings there. Again, this is something right out of the 60s, something I remember seeing in my childhood. The front of the building looks quite similar with its awning. I'm going to fly a little bit more to the north. I saw this building from the road the other day when I was driving by. This looks like a church. Obviously it's not a church, but it does look like one. I'll give you another view of this building in just a minute. Coming into view is the Eastport Hotel. In this first section, you see the second story on that. It looks like it might have a view of the bandstands in the square. Here we can also see the portico for the hotel, and they've got all the windows in on this side of the building. The Bel Air Executive Golf Course is done and ready to be played, but this is why it's not open. You can see all the construction going on right near this starter shack for the Bel Air Executive Course. Till the construction eases up, they're not going to open this golf course. We'll fly back now towards the village's health facility, and then we'll take a quick swing around to look at the front of a few of the buildings on the main road going into Eastport. Coming into view is the structural steel for one of the 50s and 60s vintage signs that are going to be on the front of these buildings. We'll slide around a little bit to the right and we see, once again, the awnings on the front of this building look like something out of the 60s. Black Dog Garage Floors, the best flooring choice for your garage. 3/8 inch thick copolymer interlocking textured tiles made in the USA gives your garage that custom look everyone will love, and all for about the same price or less as those pretty paint jobs. Available in a variety of colors and installs in hours, not days. This tough, easy to clean flooring system is resistant to most solvents, battery acid, gas, oil, and moisture, and even if it does get damaged, it's easily repairable by simply replacing a tile. Black Dog Garage Floors. It's not just another pretty paint job. Now we're heading south, coming across the lake, over towards Sunset Island on the left, and we'll head over to the hotel. On the right of the hotel is again the golf course, and you can see still lots of construction going on there. That's the village of Lakeview. Coming through the hotel, we see the swimming pool being built. Here's that section I was talking about. Looks like it's going to have a view of the bandstand, but no entryway into the roof area. And here's that building that looks like a church once again. Always interesting. And right in front of it is the restroom. Coming up is the bandstand. And then the other restroom. And then coming into view is the sales office. And then the Olympia Recreation Center. To the left of the Olympia Recreation Center is the athletic pool. And as we rotate around, we can get a good look at the boathouse now that's going to be for supporting the rental of, I guess, kayaks, canoes, and for supporting the dragon boats. Here's another quick look at Sunset Island. We'll go back across the lake. We'll come across the parking lot. Here's the dog park, this triangular shaped area. And here's the Farragut ball fields. They're coming in very nicely. They're going to let them green up all summer long. I did speak to one of the ball players, and there's some concerns about this field that points directly towards the traffic circle. And if Division I plays there, they can end up knocking some softballs into the traffic circle. That'll be interesting. This is the north side of the Olympia Recreation Center. The gym is on the left. That's the main building. There's the pool. The village has just released a video about the interior of it. It's worth watching. We'll continue to rotate around, and we'll head over to the village of Water's Edge. Here we're looking at the northern part of the village of Shady Brook. 7 weeks ago, when I did video 153, this was just foundations. Now there are homes, and you can see more foundations going in. A month ago, these patio villas were just foundations. There's no secret or shortcuts to this. It's just well planned and well executed. They've removed all the dead time out of the typical construction that takes 8.5 months to build a home in other parts of the country, and they've just made it more efficient. These are veranda homes. Verandas have steadily gained in popularity as people value their pets and their privacy, the two P's for picking one of these homes. And you can see here that many of the lots, even the inside lots, have huge yards. I'll turn now and head more to the north, and we'll see more of Water's Edge. This area is building out quickly. The courtyard villas and patio villas that were in this area sold very quickly also. This is the Water's Edge pool and postal station, and we'll continue more to our south, and we'll see the rest of Water's Edge. As you can see, there's lawns everywhere. This means the houses are nearing completion or they're already done. I don't believe there's any empty lots left in here. I think they all have houses on them at this point. There's lots of large retention ponds in this area and a few of the natural wetlands areas that were preserved. This area is part of the old Landstone development, and it consisted mainly of pasture land also. So there wasn't a whole lot here when the villages started work, and they're transforming the area into quite a beautiful place to live. We'll get another look at the Water's Edge verandas as we head back to our starting point in this area. Heading to the southwest now, we're going to take a look at Middleton and the work going on there. This is the south end of Middleton. You can see the steam coming off the water. This was shot at about 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning. It was a beautiful morning out. As we rotate around, we'll come up to the postal station and recreation area. It's a little bit different than what we see in the age-restricted community. They've got some play equipment. We normally end up with exercise equipment. I think the kids get a better deal. Middleton continues to grow, and sales continue to be robust for this area. But there have been some changes happening in Middleton. 10 months ago, the developer made the decision to reduce the size of Middleton A CDD to about 1/4 of its original size, which means instead of a little over 8,000 homes, it's probably going to be a little around 2,000 plus homes. Okay, it's a matter of shifting priorities, shifting markets. They're smart. They know what they're doing. They don't make rash decisions. The cleared area at the top of the screen is still part of Middleton, the family area. This is going to be the last phase for now. But as we rotate back around, we can see they've got lots ready, and they'll make the properties available as the need arises. As I said, it was a gorgeous morning out flying when I did these shots. While it's pretty easy to see what's happening in the near term for the next year or two, what's more interesting to me is what's going to happen farther south in the next 5 to 6 years. I guess I won't be retiring the drone anytime soon. The cleared field up ahead is where a large church is going. They're still working through things. They want to make sure they're going at this financially smart and debt-free. I know you're still waiting to know about the mystery project. Just hang in there. It's coming. Everyone craves space and wants things to stay tidy, but climbing conventional attic stairs is risky, and renting storage is costly and inconvenient. A rack above has the solution. A freestanding overhead storage rack that requires no drilling, no attachment, and no garage cleaning. It's the safest, smartest, and strongest way to store your extra items at home and within reach. Your garage items are off the floor and your car is inside. Your peace of mind is restored. Be it in a patio villa or a premier home, a rack above fits your space and keeps you safe. Use it here, then take it to your next home. A rack above. This is Dr. Randy McDaniel Drive, the main east-west street going through the Middleton downtown area. The area being cleared is scheduled to be a hotel. This building has recently opened. At both ends, you can see it's got outdoor seating. These are both going to be restaurants. The rest of it in the middle, some sort of shops. It's too early to tell. They haven't announced anything yet. But obviously, they have big plans for Middleton. This is Four Rivers Barbecue. And coming up is the open restaurant, Victory Family Sports Grill. What a great place. It's always busy when you go there. It's popular with both the families from Middleton as well as the retirees in the age-restricted community. Gray building at the end is going to be Abbott's Frozen Custard, basically an ice cream shop. Trees got a little bit close that time. Here's the splash pond that's recently opened. Now we're going to fly down the middle of Randy McDaniel Drive down to the boathouse area. Villages Outdoor has opened. They rent bicycles, scooters, golf carts, and eventually they'll be renting kayaks and canoes. I didn't see any evidence, though, of any boats in the water yet. It's definitely a beautiful boulevard going down the middle of this main street in Middleton. That's the high school on the right. And that's the entertainment pavilion. We'll see what they do with that in the months to come. That's the coffee shop at the north end of Middleton Boulevard. No word yet on who's going to be the tenant. And there's the Citizens First Bank I was talking about a little while ago. And as we rotate around, we see 4 additional commercial buildings under construction. What's going in there? Anybody's guess, but the way they're building things, they obviously have big plans and lots of tenants lined up. And the large lot behind them is where the grocery store is supposed to be going. No word yet as to when or who it will be. I've heard lots of information about some of the tenants that are going to be coming to the Middleton area, but I haven't been able to substantiate them with anybody or with any reliable sources at this point. I love flying down the middle of these boulevards right over the trees. It just makes for a great shot. Here's a couple taking their golden retriever on an early morning walk. Let's move all the way back east to the Turnpike area and look at the bridge construction and Station 49. This is the building of the bridge that's going to be used for widening County Road 470 to 4 lanes. Oh, and here's a look at that golf cart tunnel that was supposed to be going under the turnpike. A few weeks ago they drove these pilings in, and now they're starting to, it looks like, clear out some of the dirt behind them. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I know they have a plan. Laware Construction is building this bridge, and they've always done a good job. They've built all the rest of the bridges in the new sections of the villages. My best guess on how long it's going to take to build the bridge is a little more than 12 months. That's just based on the last couple of bridges that they've built. Of course, the big question is, will it have golf cart lanes going across? I've heard bicycle lanes, but I haven't been able to substantiate any of it. I'm still looking for the information. I still believe that they'll probably have golf cart lanes on it. This is just south of where the temporary lanes are for County Road 470. County Road 470 will eventually terminate at this traffic circle. They've put a tunnel in underneath the roadway. And coming up is the new fire station number 49. It's a 4-bay fire station. It's quite large. Again, I believe this will probably be the southern headquarters for VPSD in the years to come. As I do a 180-degree turnaround, you'll get a good look at some of the areas north of Central Parkway that are being built. Now we're heading back towards Middleton and Eastport. The area we're flying over is part of CDD 16. It's obvious that the focus is going to be on the southern end of CDD 16 first, because they've gotten a lot more accomplished than on the northern side of Central Parkway. CDD 16 brings with it the Meadows Championship course north of Central Parkway, and south of Central Parkway we're looking at 4 additional executive golf courses that will service this area. We're almost to the information about that supposed secret project. Just hang in there a little longer. But first, let's work our way back to the west to Edenfield and Oak Hollow.
Hi, I'm Jeff Monash with Village Air Filters. Are you tired of wasting money on throwaway paper air filters? I can save you money with my lifetime permanent washable air filters. Just buy it once and never buy another air filter again. Rinse it out and then just slide it right back in. My filters are custom made in the US and they have a lifetime warranty. Give me a call at 352-388-1230 or visit my website at villageairfilters.com.
This is looking at the 6th green and the 7th tee box for the front 9 of the Woodlands Championship Golf Course. We'll rotate around. We're going to fly back down the middle of this 9 holes, back towards the recreation area for the village of Oak Hollow. As you can see, the fairways are starting to come in. They're starting to green up. The grass is starting to grow. They're putting a lot of water on this. They're going to let it green up all summer, and sometime in autumn, they'll open this championship golf course up. On the right-hand side of the screen, there are a bunch of lots still available for purchase for building a custom home. None of them are the really nice view lots, but they also have a very low premium. So if you're just looking to build a custom home, that's the way to go if you don't want a fancy view or a water view. Coming up is the Oak Hollow swimming pool and postal station, and as we rotate around, we get a little bit of a look at the Blanchard Recreation Center and the Woodlands Championship Golf Course clubhouse that are both being built now. So I'm going to stick my neck out a little bit and say that within the next 2 months, all of Oak Hollow will have gone up for sale and will have completed sales, and by early July, Edenfield will start being sold and will sell throughout the summer until about the same time that most of Eastport is scheduled to open. In a previous video, I had previously called this entire area Oak Hollow. I misspoke. As you can see on the map, the blue areas are the village of Wellpoint. This area we're looking at right now is Wellpoint. As we spin around and we look to the south, now we're looking at Oak Hollow. And this whole area is really gorgeous with this huge pond that they put in with the golf course. But this is once again the village of Wellpoint. Coming into view is the Wellpoint postal station and recreation area, and up ahead is the Street of Dreams. That's Corbin Trail on the right, and this is part of the village of Oak Hollow, and up ahead, where these courtyard villas are being built, this is in the village of Wellpoint. You can see they're making great progress on these courtyard villas. They always move very quickly. Some of these even have pools, and some of them also have water views. This area we're looking at also went up for sale recently, and there are still quite a few lots available for purchase. But I'm sure they won't last long. Eventually they take them down to build spec homes when they don't sell immediately. We'll continue our way south and get another look at the Blanchard Recreation Center and the Woodlands Championship Golf Course Clubhouse, both under construction. They've started digging the footers for the foundation for Blanchard. This video is a couple of days old from the time you're watching it, so that's already probably been completed, and I wouldn't be surprised if I went out there tomorrow morning and found they had the foundations poured. This section on the east side of Corbin Trail and to the west of the back 9 of the Woodlands Championship Course is still part of the village of Oak Hollow. At the top of the screen is the Saint-Tropez Recreation Center and the Laurel Oak and Live Oak executive courses. As we cross over the water in the golf course, we enter into the village of Edenfield. The gray map you see on the screen came from openstreetmap.org, and if you go there, take a look at some of the street names. Pretty much all the street names in this area of the villages are just one name, like Edenfield Run, or Warren Way, or Jacob Drive. Just first names and some last names. That's about it. I think they ran out of names to give these places. Here we can see the Edenfield Postal Station and Recreation area under construction. And as we rotate around, we see more of the golf course. Most all of the roads in this area have now been paved. They're starting to put lines down. So once they put the stripes and signs up, then they're getting close to being ready to build homes. All the utilities in this area are in. At this point, it's just the final touch-ups and getting things ready for the sale of the lots for homes. Because of the layout of Edenfield and the Woodlands Championship Golf Course through it, there's going to be a lot of home sites that have either water or golf course view or both, and these should start coming up for sale sometime this summer. At the top of the screen again is the Woodlands Championship Course Clubhouse and Blanchard Recreation Center. I'll take a pan around so you can get a good look at all of Edenfield as it's laid out. As you can see, the golf course is a central part of the village of Edenfield. We're looking once again at the eastern section of the village of Oak Hollow. Okay, so I've been stringing you along long enough. Coming up next is the secret construction that's going on near Eastport. But first, let me remind you, please support my sponsors, as without their help, these videos simply wouldn't be possible. Okay, so we're back at Eastport now, and this is the billboard over by the Farragut ball fields. This is where the people came up to me and told me about the secret construction project that's going on. It's right behind me, and here it is again. Let's take a closer look at it now. As you can see, they're doing a tremendous amount of excavating here, but when you look closer, it's a big disappointment. This is just the roadbed excavation for the continuation of Corbin Trail to the east. This is the way all the major roads are done. Sorry folks, there's going to be no water park here. It's not even on the Crystal Lagoons website anymore that they're looking at the villages. It's all ancient history, it's all rumor. It never was going to be a reality, plain and simple. But as you can see, a lot of work goes into making these roads. They excavate like this so they can put the underground utilities in, the deep utilities, the storm drains, and then they fill it back in, and then they start doing the whole road surface. So sorry to string you along, but hopefully this puts this rumor to rest once and for all. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I've enjoyed making it for you. As always, embrace the good things in life. Don't dwell on the negative. Live each day like there is no tomorrow, because there very well could be no tomorrow for any of us. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.